the way around my bathroom.
It's like a bonus that comes with it.
Yeah.
Folks, we'll let you know when it's officially sold out. We'll remind you of it later in the show. Please stay right there. They are all now limited, about 150 or 200 in each option. We have a real fast presentation on this, and I actually kind of went to town begging our wonderful planners if we could have this in the show, even just for a couple moments. This is our tea for one. This is the teapot, the teacup, and the saucer. Back in England, I remember being on Home Shopping offering these. It wasn't this one or this set, but oh my gosh, one of the best sellers of all time.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Would you just tell everybody and share, because this is such a beautiful piece that you can have on display when you're not using it.
Absolutely, and we were talking about the ritual of tea, and in England you can do tea on a very small scale, or you can do tea on a very, very big scale, and we'll show you some pieces later on of how you do tea in a really formal way. This is great if you just want a single cup. Maybe you're the only person in your house that drinks tea. Maybe it's about taking that moment for yourself in a very busy day. But this is a really interesting, unique piece, because you actually have your teapot and you have your teacup and saucer in one piece. So the great thing about this is that you don't have to worry about brewing a pot for 5, 6 people.
No.
It can just be for one. So you can pop your tea bag, or if you want to use loose tea, that's also fine. In here, the lid has got this kind of special little locator, so you know that that's not going to come off anytime soon.
I love this.
And brew your tea and serve it up in the really lovely teacup and saucer, which again is a great size.
Have you ever seen? I mean, come on. We have 100 left with everybody on the phone. Do you know what we should do? We should go over the options. Now, remember, we're not allowed to go over there.
Nope.
Because a big hook will come on and pull us off. But this, we have 3 options.
Yes.
Just to go through. What are they, my love?
So we've got the confetti pattern, which again is the all of the things that we've been speaking to with Royal Albert. You've got the floral, you've got the pink, you've got the delicate bone china with the gold edging. Then there's a Miranda Kerr option.
We're going to talk about Miranda a little bit later. Yeah, super
Detail.
model.
And then you've got the polka dot pink version too.
Do you have a favourite on those?
It's kind of difficult to choose,
It is difficult to choose. It really is difficult to choose. I think what it is, when you look at this, there's quality. There's an unsurpassed quality that's built upon an amazing reputation. And in this day and age, when you go to town and you say, okay, I have about $60, $70 to spend, what can I buy somebody that they will really cherish and treasure and have forever? There's not a lot.
There aren't a lot of options, but at these prices, I haven't ever actually seen them at these kind of prices before, so
can you imagine?
It's a fantastic opportunity.
If we were on in England at these prices, there'd be a riot.
Yes.
There would be a riot. It's unbelievable. That's how good these are.
Absolutely would.
Oh dear, what did I do? There we go. Getting nervous now, getting very nervous. This beautiful set.
This is a great gift for Mother's Day as well. And we have different Mother's Day. We have different Mother's Day.
Don't confuse me, yes, it's true.
But yours is coming up, I think, in kind of middle of May time.
Yeah.
And we were saying earlier, how great would it be if you actually present your mum breakfast in bed, nice tea
She
cup,
deserves it.
But with this.
She'd go crazy.
I mean, what a lovely surprise
She
for her.
would love you forever.
Yeah.
I mean, she would anyway, but you know what I mean. Okay, so a couple things. This is nearly sold out. If you want the mug in the tin, which is $14.95, last call on those as well. I think you're going to be in great company if you order those. I just